Now for a rib shootout, I've just lit up my Kamado Joe, and to keep everything even, I'm going to use cherry pellets, and I'm going to use a chunk of cherry wood here on the fire. Now, what I like to do with that is I just bury it a little bit just underneath the. If you note, I've just lit that in one place in the front because I want to keep the temperature down, and cover over a bit of cherry wood, then with a bit of charcoal. Now, just to keep our control the very same, I'm going with cherry pellets here today on the Traeger, and I have a cherry chunk already in the Kamado, so we keep it all fair. Well, here we are at the 2 hour mark. The one thing we will notice is the temperature has been rock steady on both grills, so nothing has moved. We're still sitting at about 110 Celsius or thereabouts, and yeah, they've got a deep, rich mahogany looking colour, I'd say, from the. Right here we'll have a better look at them. Yeah, it's got that deep, rich colour from the cherry wood on it, and they're ready for wrapping. So I'm going to move them over now. I just feel them there. They're not tender yet. You know, actually, just purely as a matter of interest, I want to see if I can probe them. I don't normally probe ribs, but just pure curiosity to see what temperature they're at. Very difficult to probe them because they'll be close to the bone there. 56 degrees at the moment, so they're nowhere near done yet, but that's them. Now we'll move over to the Traeger here again. Temperature has been absolutely rock solid. That's pure curiosity. Let's see how they're doing how it's doing in pellets. Yeah, getting through them alright. Quarter hopper left, and let's have a look at our ribs. Now again, good colour on those ribs as well. Not quite as dark as the Joe ribs, but again, ready to wrap. And let's see what temperature they're at, just again out of curiosity. Actually the same, around very similar temperatures as well. Right, let's get them out here. Here we are again, and just temperatures exactly as you would expect them to be. So let's go with the Kamado Joe ones first. We're at an hour and 20 minutes or thereabouts wrapped at this stage, and I want to have a look at them and decide then if they're done. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, I can see the bones exposed there at the outside. That's always a good sign here that a quarter of an inch exposed on that. I'll just have a little probe with them and feel what. I don't want these to fall apart now either as well, so I'll check the temperature. Again, if it was 93 it'd be pulled pork. I don't want them that soft, so I'd say we're good at that, about 87 on them, and I feel that there's going to be a bite in them, but still tender. So I'm going to call them done. Well, just before I sauced them, I'd put them back on to dry just for 2 or 3 minutes really, and I'm going to use the same sauce on both of them today. I'm going to use the Firefly sauce. The Texas one, the rib sauce, is actually really good for them as well. So what I do is try and be quick with this so I don't spill much of it. It's just literally, I paint it on. I don't want it absolutely dripping in sauce, so I just want to get enough onto it to get a glaze and a tack up. Yeah. There's another little bit on this end here. The smoke waves coming at me there from the Traeger. It does seem to come every time it dumps in some pellets. You get a big waft of smoke. I'm sure the ribs have well taken on all the smoke they can take at this stage, but anyway, there's my barbecue glaze done. I'm going to close that down and just let that tack up. We are after a 5-minute tack up. There's the Traeger ribs on that side and Kamado Joe ribs on that side. Now, there's very little between them. The Kamado Joe ones may be a little bit darker, but I'll tell you what, neither of them you'd be able to pick up. They're ready to break there in the middle, and they're the same. So listen, I'm going to go cut in and we're going for a taste test. Well, here's our little taste test. These are the Traeger ribs here on the left, and this is the Kamado Joe ribs here on the right. So let's take the one here that's in front of me first, and we'll see if we get a clean slice through here. I'm probably better off cutting from the back, but let's see from here. Okay, nice easy cut through. Let's see a cross section. Okay, small smoke ring, little bit of pink colour on it there. Looks pretty good. And Should follow the bone actually, sorry. There we go. Now let's cut one of the Traeger ones by comparison. And again, I'll go roughly the same place across the middle here. Now, again, a very juicy rib. It has a little bit of a smoke ring to it. And I think you'd be pressed to tell, yeah, I suppose the Kamado Joe and a little bit more of the smoke ring, but it'll come down to a taste test now in a minute. And we're going to swap these around and do a blind taste test and see what we come up with. Right, taste test time. I've got no video of it, but you could safely say that you would eat either of those racks of ribs, no problem. They were both delicious, great flavour, very tender. Little bit more smoke from the Kamado Joe, and but as I said, very little in it, but we're going to give it to Kamado Joe.